So guys, Paul Sweaters here, Sweaters fam. I'm gonna do another video real quick. I just watched Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. Really good Contender Series card. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and review that real quick. I will share this like I always do, but like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Uh, we'll get into it. I did really well on this card. I only missed one fight. Got two perfect ones right. Didn't think there'd be as many contract winners even while watching it. It was just finished up. But history, because all five guys got contracts tonight, which I was a little shocked by one of them, but we'll talk about that later. But we'll go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna make this a real quick video. But started off with Jonathan Pierce and Jacob Rosales. Good fight, really good fight. First round was close. I thought Rosales eked it out, got the round one. Close round though. But in the second round, Pierce turned it up. There were talks of a 10 round broadcast. They didn't really see it, but he did dominate it, so it could have went either way. And then the third round, he came out same, hitting him with a lot of uppercuts, hit him with throwing a lot of crazy stuff. Tough kid, great story. I mean, got beat up when he was 19 years old by a training partner. The one they didn't talk about, then the other issue I thought they'd talk about more with him was the fact that he lost his fiance and then went on a three-fight losing streak. I thought they'd talk about that a little more, but they didn't. But anyway, third round he came out, guns a blazing, hit him on the ground with a real huge left, rocked him. Uh, Good stoppage by Herb Dean. Rosales was out. Uh, good fight. Probably the best fight on Contender Series so far this year. Really good fight. Next fight was my boy Coconut Bombs, Maki Patolo, Justin Sumter. I love Maki Patolo. Who knows me knows I love these Hawaiian guys. Um, I mean, I love these Hawaiian people. These Hawaiian fighters are great. I mean, you've got Max and Yancey and my number one MMA celebrity wife being Rachel Ostovich. Jesus Christ. But that's a story for another day. But coconut bombs, bro. I put an Instagram post on it right before the fight. Did not think it would really come to fruition. As quick as it did, though. Minute and 37, and he ripped him to the body, and I went nuts. I went absolutely crazy for that one. Coconut bombs, contract baby. Drop down to 70 though. I think that'll probably happen. He was way smaller at 85, but ripped him to the body with about five good body shots and dropped him. Was picking his shots really well. His head movement was a little bit of a concern, but I mean, coconut bombs, bro. You'll see coconut bombs. My boy, next fight, which I wasn't really high on going into it because I really didn't know. I really didn't. I had seen clips of Hunter Azor before, but he just kind of reminded me of just a straight wrestler. Uh, I hadn't seen Chris Oakon fight, uh, but Chris Oakon looked good. But Hunter Azor, MMA lab guy, 35er. He's gonna he's gonna present people problems, I think, in at 35. Uh, well-rounded, well-rounded guy. Super well-rounded guy. Just put it on him for three full rounds, dominated him. Thought he was gonna finish with that choke. Would have liked to seen him finish that rear naked a little bit. He had it multiple times in all three rounds. But Oakon is 23. He's a tough kid. Camp change? Possibly. I mean, I think he needs to go to a bigger camp. He's only got 4 fights. That's right, like 16. He's got a massive amateur record. Was a 4-time state Montana high school champion wrestler. Um, I don't normally like matching up Contender Series prospects, but the one fight name that's coming to my head right now for Hunter Azor is Hunter Azor and Miles Johns, and I think that'd be a war. And as far as Oakon, I mean, I think he just needs to go get some more fights, maybe do a camp switch. I think he'll be all right. Uh, but yeah, didn't think he was gonna get a contract. He did. Just because of the finishes. I mean, it's hard to know what Dana's looking for. I honestly didn't think he'd go 5. I thought Pierce would have a hard time getting a contract with all the first round finishes tonight. But he looked good. He looks really good. Looks like he'd be a top 15 guy in a year. Active, wants to fight, said in his interview, wants to be the Cowboy Cerrone of that division. I like it. Sign me up. Give me some Hunter Azur. I'm a fan. On to the next one. The one fight on this card I missed, and I should have known a little better. I've been high on Berg, but the competition was not there. Trockley, Tricoli, I always call him Trockley. I always mess this up. Tonio Tricoli was a guy a few years ago. He's a 9-0 guy. They brought him into LFA, and he lost he lost 3 fights in a row. He's fighting at 70. Which to see how big, I mean, this fight was at 205. I think he weighed in at like 203 or something like that, 205 and a half maybe. He can drop down to 85. He'd be a monster at 85. Uh, but I was worried about that a little bit because Berg's a big dude. But Antonio Tricoli is a stud. Personality is great. He broke his foot on the first kick he threw on the elbow. Didn't even show it. Didn't even show. We didn't know about it till after the fight. And he good cage control. He's had his back on the fence. Good underhook usage. Got the takedown. Transitioned to the back. Got a nice little neck crank in there and finished it. And I think he'll drop to 85. Probably a little better for him, to be honest, to drop to 85. As far as Ken Berg goes, I don't really know. It's hard when you're that big at 205 fighting guys in the European scene. I mean, ACA maybe. I just maybe Bellator comes in. I've seen some good stuff out of his fights, but not against high level competition. So, but he's a big dude, big dude. I just think his skill set right now is not there. I think he's trying to be a grappler. Didn't work against Tricoli. Eric Spicely tapped him with a rear naked choke on Tough 23 years ago. Has a hard problem getting fights because guys drop out. That's a big thing. But Tricoli got a decision, or got he got the contract. He got a first round submission, and he looked really good. One fight on the card I missed. So yeah, and then to the main event, which was quick. Joseph Selecki and James Wallace. James Wallace was it was weird because he had a very he had a very big contingent of guys who thought he would win this fight by submission. And I've seen Selecki fight before on Fight Pass. I've heard a lot about Wallace. He was at ATT Cole Miller. I watched an interview with him and James Lynch. Shout out to James Lynch, one of my favorite MMA media guys. If you're not subscribed to the Score, go subscribe to the Score. He had a good interview with James Lynch there. But as far as the fight goes, it went to the ground quick. I mean, would have liked to see him stay on the feet, but figured this would be a ground war. He moved well. I mean, his movement on the ground was good. I mean, the minute he got thrown on his back, he flipped right over to the front face well. Uh, had good movement on the ground. I think he's got a little bit of a. I mean, I think he can go to LFA and probably pick up some wins and maybe get in the UFC here in a couple of years. Young kid, I think he's only 25, 20, 24, 25, 26 at age range maybe. But as far as Selecki looked better than I've seen him in other fights against the guy who I thought was better. I thought this was probably his toughest fight, and he locked in this arm and guillotine and put him to sleep and did everything right. His wife's a maniac. We'll see how that goes. But that I like Selecki. Not sold though on him saying he'd be top 15 in a year. That division is loaded. So we'll see. I don't know who really to put him against. The one name coming to mind right now is Luis Pena, but I think Luis Pena would probably smoke him right now. So we'll see. I mean, but 5 contracts, hell of a contender show. Best contender series show of the year so far. Probably the best contender series show since episode 7 last year, where 4 guys got the contract. Um, so yeah, entertaining through the whole thing. Dana got 5 killers. Uh, I think honestly the the guy that's got the best shot out of all of them is probably Azure. But I think Selecki's going to be really good. Coconut Bombs, I think, will be really good at 70. I think Trockley is at 85 could be a stud. But I mean, overall, good night of fights. I enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. Quick little video. I do intend on making a PFL video, prediction video, sometime tonight or tomorrow. I'm still working on it. I am doing a UFC Sacramento card. That will happen. Probably won't get it posted till late Thursday or Friday. I'm doing some extensive work on that right now. And then, as far as the future of my channel is concerned, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep doing review videos, keep just chugging out videos, working on different things, working on getting my feet off the ground with this, just as a hobby type of deal. Um, and so yeah, I mean, I've got some football ideas, I've got some top 10 list ideas. I think I'm gonna do stuff like that. But other than that, Sweaters fam, peace. Have a good night. I'll see y'all later, and live, laugh, love, and have a good night. Sweaters out.